Hey everyone, welcome to today's highly requested video. This video was highly requested in the comments. All of you wanted this video and it got me really excited. So this is going to be a day in my life and a Sunday. Now a Sunday is a little bit different than the rest, but Sunday I consider it more of a work day rather than the weekend edition that I just had. And so this Sunday is going to be mostly of me just going on to random things and a lot of activities since it'll be busy, but I'll have a lot of different activities that I'll do. It won't be too much writing on my own behalf, but I will be doing things like lessons and lunging. And so you guys will get to see some of that. I tried out some new skills that I haven't used before, so I really hope you enjoy this video. Some new editing skills up in here, and hopefully it's very exciting. So let's get started into it. So the first part of my day is just going over to the pin board, and this board is probably the main part of the entire stable. Since I'm a manager at the stable, this part has all the feeding schedules, who's riding who, and things like that, and it's really helpful to know who's checked in and who's not here yet. So the first thing I do when I get there after signing in is I make sure to check all the food and make sure that we have the correct numbers so I don't have to order any. And I start to go through the grain bin. All the horses get grain twice a day and they get hayed 3 times a day. So I have to change it out constantly. And I usually put the grain in these buckets and then pour them into the actual buckets of the horses. And so they get grain in the morning and night, and so they love this. It's their favorite part of their meal. Forget the hay when you have the sweet feed and all that. So I put it into all of their bins. All of the horses usually get it. Only a couple don't get grain. And as you can see, they're very excited since they always wait right next to me whenever I'm doing it. The next part is that I had to fill up all the hay nets, and I had to make sure they're at the proper heights, they don't trip on them or they don't get hay in their face when they're trying to eat, and make sure that they're in their mediocre heights so that it's safe for them. So I fill that with our quality hay. And I also have a stable helper who helps pour the water and clean out stalls. Clearly she's not very good at pouring out water, but that's okay. She's trying her hardest. So the horse today that we're going to be working with for the morning is Goldie, or Gold. I don't really have a specific name for him, but we go to the wash stall and actually have to tack up. We're just going to be lunching today. He's a little bit green, and I don't feel like riding him, just something simple. So I groom him out, make sure he's nice and clean, and I just put on this pad right here, and this just keeps the, I think it's called a surcingle. It has a really weird name. I don't know how to say it. Comment down below how you say that. And I just put some boots on and sort of a bridle with some side rings. And you'll know what I mean about a surcingle because I can't say it, but it's basically used for lunging. It's like a girth that you attach side reins to for lunging. So we do a lot of lunging with this horse, especially. Goldie gets mostly lunging. We don't like to do too much riding because he's very green and spooky, so we're just trying to get him used to sort of the human command and on the ground and being good. And he has a very nice trot, very nice walk. He's very attentive now, and lately we've thought about breaking him in to make him a really good riding horse for some of our students. But yeah, so he's pretty green. And we just walk, trot, and then we also pick up the canter a little bit, which is really helpful. The canter's really good, but a long trot wears a horse out more than just a canter because a canter has a lot of momentum, but a long trot takes a lot more energy. So we do a lot of long trotting. And then the canter is easier to do in a circle, so he has some ease with that. So we do that on both sides. I just showed one side though. And we also work a little bit on backing up and turning around, which is a really good skill to have. Next, I had to put him back in his stall, and all of our horses have their own stalls, so you have to make sure you put him in the right stall. I have mixed him up a couple of times, and it's kind of a pain in the butt to try to find the right stall. But yeah, we just go in there, and he gets really energetic. He tries to get out sometimes, so I have to make sure to have him facing the front. So I next had a lesson at 10 in the morning, and this was with my friend Emma, and this is actually Noble that you saw when I was horse shopping. I decided not to purchase Noble, but the stable wanted to purchase Noble, so as a manager I approved it and thought Noble was super cool. And we brought Noble home, and she is super cool horse. I can't remember. But yeah, I make sure to just point out jumps that they need to go to and different patterns that they should try out. And they're make an awesome pair. She's, I think, leasing Noble out right now. But she has very nice canter, and they work really well together. And then I also give them advice once they've stopped to just kind of talk about how the playing field is and how they're doing thus far and some new tips. They have a really nice forward canter. I really like their forward canter. A lot of great momentum there. And I make sure to walk out all the strides. So as you can see me here walking out some strides, making sure that they can make that jump. I also check the jumps to make sure that they're safe. And that's just part of my job as a trainer, is to make sure that everything's safe. We're actually at Marley's right now practicing for a hunter show they have in a week. And so yeah, they do a really good job, and I make sure to usher them to the correct jump so they can practice new heights and new ways of getting over jumps. And it's really important that I encourage them as well, because encouragement is a key part to my training. You'll see up here in a moment that they approach this 3-strider in the middle, just like that, 1, 2, 3, and they do a really good job of handling that. So I give them really good applause there. They did a really great job on this lesson, and she's actually preparing for a show. Next, I had a lunch date with one of the other co-managers, and we just had to talk about what we were so supposed to do with some of the newer horses. So I just went out on lunch with her, and then I decided to go back to the barn and clean out the visitor barn where visitors go to park their horses. So I put in some fresh hay and water and picked up some cleaning tools and decided to clean out some of the manure that was in there. And that's just, again, part of my job. I just do a bunch of random jobs as a manager, just kind of clean up after people. Then I decided to clean some of the saddles, so I have some of my saddle cleaning stuff, and I try to do this every Sunday. And I just clean up some of the saddles, make sure they're clean. Next, I went to go watch one of my friends with her horse, Amaro. And Amaro is a really nice Hanoverian, and my friend did a really good job in this dressage pattern. They're quite advanced, so I watched them. They did a very nice job. I also helped her out and told her and took videos so that she could see her improvement from last year when she was at the same show. So they did an awesome job. They did so good, and her horse Amaro has a lot of prospect for really good future stuff. So hopefully Amaro stays with her and that they stay together as a group. That's what I'm hoping. In the end, she did a good bow and she got a really good score, so everyone was really impressed, and I got to meet the horse up front, and he's such a cool horse. He definitely has great prospect for dressage and also things like show jumping and cross country. So then I switched out, and now it's like 7 o'clock, and as a manager, I stay till really late doing the pickup jobs. As you can see, the other groom is the only other person in there with me, and she fell asleep too. So that's sort of the mood when you walk into the area. So I just organize things and make sure everything's all cleaned up. And we also have to feed the horses their late night feed. They have specific times it's set out. So this is my new horse, Dawn, getting really impatient for her feed. That's just a quick clip that I thought was really fun. So thank you everyone so much for watching this. This is more my Sunday thing, so it's pretty chillaxed, it's pretty relaxed, and nothing overly exciting, just a lot of random jobs. I am the manager at the stables at Silverglade, and I do have a couple of co-managers that I work with, and we have to make sure to have meetings at set times, like I had that lunch meeting, so that we can make sure everything runs smoothly. Having a barn with this many horses is really stressful, and there's just a lot of work to be done. So as you can see, this was just a general idea of what we do every day. So I hope to see you guys next time. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you for your support on your past videos. That was amazing, and we're getting so many views, especially on our Violet Dressage. We hit roughly 600 views on that thus far in a week. So keep on going with those views, guys. Keep inviting friends to this channel, and I'm hoping this will become a home channel for all of you that you'll really enjoy. So thank you so much, and see you guys next time.